So this is not surprising at all, but also kind of interesting. Because I thought this would be more of a 50-50 type of betting percentage. So they released the public teams plus 60% of bets in NFL Week 1. And some of these make perfect sense, and some of them I'm like, okay, interesting. So, first off, we have 86% of people are betting on the Jags minus 4.5. So, obviously, Jags are going to take on the Indianapolis Colts, and I don't know if I would say that they're a 5-point favorite to the Colts. Again, like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that the Jags are going to, lose this game. They're not going to lose the game. But at the same time, though, it's like, are they going to beat the Colts by more than 5 points? I don't know. Anthony Richardson is very mobile, right? And I know that might be like, well, yeah, but that's not going to change anything. Kind of will, because in the fourth quarter, when the game's almost over, and it's closer than we think because Anthony Richardson has controlled the whole game with his legs, he might score in garbage time and make that a less than a 5-point final score. I honestly think Jags win this game by 3 points. So I would have easily taken the Colts plus 4.5. So I'm very surprised that this is as, lopsided as it actually is. The next one is 85%, which is Commanders minus 7. And I'll be honest with you, that makes perfect sense. I mean, let's be honest, that makes absolute perfect sense. Commanders, I mean, they're literally, even Arizona could get 14. By the way, I'm heavily surprised that they're only giving it minus 7. I really thought going into this game, it would be like minus 14 or something, because that's how bad Arizona is. Like, Arizona's going to not only lose, but they're going to get absolutely smoked in this game. So I'm surprised they're making it only minus 7. I guess because it's week 1 and you never know, maybe the Cardinals are going to be good. I don't know. They're tanking for Caleb Williams, okay? So that makes sense. Okay, Eagles minus 4. 78%. Again, another one that makes sense. Eagles have a good defense. I don't trust that McCorkle Jones and Juju Smith-Schuster, the guy they just got, already has a blown knee. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense that you would take the Eagles minus 4 here. I think the Eagles could win by like 20, honestly. I'm surprised that line is not higher, with how it's like a team that just came off possibly winning Super Bowl, and now you have a team that, looks kind of trash. I mean, they almost made the playoffs last year, but I don't think Mac Jones is the answer. Buffalo minus 2.5, and that's 75%. So a lot of people are expecting Buffalo to beat the Jets by at least 3 points, and I think that's more realistic. That is a closer spread that I could say, okay, I get what you're saying there. Maybe again, Aaron Rodgers struggles in his first contest. Buffalo has shown, the last couple years, they've gone to the playoffs, obviously got embarrassed by us, but at least they've shown that they have that potential to be great. So, I get that one. This one interests me a lot. 71% are on the Bengals minus 2.5. And it's not that I think this is crazy because, the Bengals might lose this game. I don't think we're going to lose. I think there's 0% chance we lose this game. But what's crazy about this is that usually everyone in Houday Nation believes that, right? And thinks that. And to be honest, we know that, right? But if you're not a Houday Nation, right? You're not a Bengals fan, and you're just a general public fan, and as Browns fans have told me so many times in my comic section, we control the Bengals. I would feel like there would be more people who are predicting or betting on the Browns. And that might be just how much people hate the Browns when it comes to football, is that, like, the Cleveland Browns, people really think are that bad. That even though they have an improved defensive line, their quarterback is getting more play time with a franchise quarterback, they still bet against them, which I understand and I respect. I also think it might be a whole people don't want to bet for Deshaun Watson type of thing, and they believe in Joe Burrow, who is the best quarterback in the league, versus, Deshaun Watson, who after, 6 games last year still needs more time to get acclimated with the team. So That's interesting. I really did not expect 71% to be voting on us. If I had to guess, I would say probably 55% are going to bet on us. And that's just because, again, yeah, Joe Burrow. That's kind of where I thought the number might lie. I was not expecting it to be this lopsided. Especially minus 2.5. That means that we have to at least beat them by 3 points, which obviously is not the most difficult thing in the world. I mean, I just got 17,000 Browns fans commenting on my stuff. I'm not saying that it's not easy, it's not hard to beat you guys. What I'm saying is that at least if we're going to beat you by 3 is not impossible. I don't think we're going to beat you by 21 points because we're going to beat you by 28 points. That's what I'm trying to say here, okay? So, I love trolling you guys. You guys are so fun. Anyway, though, 71%, I think that's crazy. I really did not expect that to be so lopsided. I expected it to be, like, again, 55% vote for the Bengals. But majority of general public think the Bengals are going to win this game by at least 3 points. 68% think the Falcons are going to beat the Carolina Panthers by at least 4 points. I don't think that's too outrageous. I mean, Bryce Young, rookie quarterback, obviously. That offense is a little bit different now without, what's his name, DJ Moore. So I could see them maybe struggling a tad bit. Maybe they don't start off as hot as they would, after a couple games. I understand that. Falcons have a good defense. They also have a really good run game. So I don't know 1,000% though if they're going to win by 4 points. I think they win this game by like 2 or 3. So I think I wouldn't bet this game, but if I did, I'd be on the fence with it because, again, like I said, I think this is going to be a very run-heavy game for the Falcons. They're not going to throw the ball as much with Desmond Ridder in this game. It's going to be very run-inducive. And then I think that the other side, we're going to see struggling. Obviously, I think we're going to see a struggle city from Bryce Young at first. And I think he's going to pick it up later in the game and might score some points in the end. This might be a lot closer than people think. Alright, so the Tennessee Titans, +3. 68% of people are on the Tennessee Titans. I gotta look up who the Titans play. I've been so, like... I mean, I've done all my rankings and stuff for, my DFS stuff on my other channel. If you guys have not checked it already, make sure you check it out. They play the Saints, that's why, okay. Because I don't really care about the Saints either. I don't care about the Saints or the Titans. Yeah, I mean, sure. +3, I mean, I don't know, because I've never been a fan of Derek Carr and think Derek Carr is really that great, so I'm not going to sit here and say one way or another that's going to happen. Derek Carr is Derek Carr, man. He could be great, he could be trash. Alright, Chiefs, -6.5. 66% are on that? Okay, that's actually heavily surprising, because if I had to guess where a majority of the line would be on the Chiefs game, I would say it's 50-50. 1,000%. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact, and one simple fact, there's so many people who are immensely high on the Lions this year. There's people who think they're going to win the Super Bowl. There's 1,000% people think that they're going to go win the Super Bowl and be the best team to ever do it. So I'm heavily surprised by that. By 7? Especially a primetime game week 1? Honestly, I think the Chiefs win that game 1,000%. I don't think the Lions have a chance. But I think that game ends up being something like a 4-point game. And I think it's going to be majority of the game, the Chiefs dominate, take control, have everything. And then at the very end of the game, we see like Amon St. Brown, maybe, what's his name, David Montgomery. We see, they got rid of Jamal Williams. They got rid of Swift. Gibbs maybe has a big rushing touchdown. Something like that. Like, I expect that. And then it ends up being a closer game. Like, so, for example, the whole game's like 28-14, but the final score is like 28-25 or something. Like, I expect that kind of stuff. I do not expect this to be, in any way possible, like I said before, to be a, 6.5 points. That's a lot of points to put on the Chiefs there. I mean, it is what it is. All right, Vikings, -6. Yeah. I believe I am correct here. They're the one that get to play Tampa Bay first. Yeah, they get to play Tampa Bay first, and that's gonna be a fun thing. Jay Jettis might put that 6.5 himself up, in all honesty. So, Dolphins +3. I don't know why 64% of the of betting is going toward the Dolphins there, especially with the fact that the Dolphins. I mean, okay, listen, they play the Chargers. That's gonna be a really good game, by the way, back and forth. Probably game of the week is the Dolphins game, Dolphins versus Chargers. But I don't know if I would put all my marbles on the Dolphins winning that game by a huge amount, or really doing that great in that game when it comes to winning it by 3. I'm just kidding, guys. Dolphins are fine. The Dolphins are fine. I think it's gonna be. I could see why. +3, I would say yeah. I don't think that's too outrageous. I think this game will end up being a probably 3.4 point game anyway. So it's really just a flip of a coin. What do you want? Do you want the Dolphins? Do you want the Chargers? Both of these teams are very freaking good. And you gotta keep in mind the Dolphins, they don't have Jalen Ramsey the first week of the season, or first 3-4 weeks of the season, but they do of course have Tua. Tua's healthy, and now that he's healthy, you have the receiving core that's absolutely S+ tier. Then on the other side, you got Herbo just got paid. It's literally Herbo fully loaded at this point. Austin Eckler, you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, you got a brand new piece in Quentin Johnston. You also got Everett. I mean, you got a lot of pieces on both sides. And again, the Chargers defense, definitely good, definitely decent, but not as great. So I will definitely say it's going to be a really good game. Probably game of the week, in all honesty. Steelers +2.5. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that game's going to be a lot closer than people think. I don't think the 49ers offense is going to be able to be that successful with the football throughout this game. And I think they're going to struggle in offense, and the Steelers defense is really going to take control of it. And I think the other side is also true. I think the 49ers defense, obviously no Nick Bosa, but I think it's going to be really dominant when it comes to, taking control of the Steelers offense. And it really is going to come down to Matt Canada actually able to move the ball successfully. So, yeah, I see it's +2.5. I think I probably would take the 49ers -2.5 in this game, but that's just my personal opinion. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.